As I stepped into the Sofitel Paris Baltimore tour Eiffel, I thought I was about to experience the epitome of luxury. But little did I know, my expectations were about to come crashing down. Like a fragile vase dropped on a marble floor, my dreams shattered into a million pieces. I booked a junior suite, expecting a room that would transport me to a world of opulence. But what I got was a tiny room, barely 100 square feet smaller than what I had paid for. The female staff at the front desk had the audacity to tell me that the website description was just an attraction, and I shouldn't expect the same. Can you believe it? Like a child being told that Santa isn't real, my heart sank. And then there was the issue of the view. I was promised a city view, but what I got was a window that opened up to a huge boiler blocking the view. It was like looking at a masterpiece of art, only to realize it's just a boring, gray wall. The two pigeons making noise early in the morning on top of the boiler noise was the cherry on top of this disappointing Sunday. I asked the reception multiple times to fix the toilet flush, but it seemed like they were allergic to doing their job. But hey, at least the staff was nice, right? Wrong. The male staff member had the nerve to tell me that I should act like an adult when I insisted on changing rooms. I mean, who talks to customers like that? It's like being scolded by a condescending teacher who thinks they're above you. And let's not forget about the valet service. I asked them to transfer my belongings to my new room, and what did they do? They lost one of my shirts. It's like they were trying to rob me of my dignity, one item at a time. I felt like a victim of a petty theft, left feeling helpless and frustrated. But you know what the worst part was? The hotel's lack of apology. They didn't even have the decency to say sorry for their mistakes. It's like they thought they were above apologizing, like they were doing me a favor by allowing me to stay in their subpar hotel. As I walked around the hotel, I noticed the men's restroom near the lobby was a breeding ground for bacteria. The strong urine odor in the hallway was like a punch to the gut, and the visible dirt, feces on the seat, and general lack of cleanliness made me question my life choices. Who in their right mind would design a bathroom like that? It's like they wanted to traumatize their customers. And then there was the breakfast. Oh, the breakfast. It was like they took all the leftover bread from the previous night and served it to us like it was a delicacy. The food was cold, congealed, and tasted like cardboard. I mean, can't they at least try to serve something edible? It's not like I was asking for the moon on a stick. But what really got my goat was the air conditioning. We didn't have AC for 2 whole nights, 2 whole nights. I was sweating like a pig in a blanket, wondering why I even bothered paying for a luxurious hotel experience. And to add insult to injury, the fridge didn't work and the internet cut out every 5 minutes. It was like they were trying to drive me insane. As I left the hotel, I felt like I had lost a part of myself. The Sofitel Paris Baltimore tour Eiffel had taken a piece of my soul, leaving me feeling defeated and demoralized. It's like they had taken all my expectations, crumpled them up, and thrown them in the trash. So, dear friends, let this be a warning to you. Don't fall for the Sofitel Paris Baltimore tour Eiffel's false promises. They're like a wolf in sheep's clothing, waiting to pounce on your expectations and devour them whole. Trust me, you don't want to end up like me, broken, battered, and bruised.
Okay, so I was like looking into what happens around the Sofitel Paris Baltimore tour Eiffel, just because. And it's depressing, honestly. It's not like a safe fairy tale, even though it looks so pretty from the outside. Businesses around there, they seem opportunistic, let's say, like there was this art collector. He lived in the 16th, not in the Sofitel, obviously, but close enough if you're planning a 2-week trip and thinking of exploring. He was gone for almost a year, and when he came back, 15 million euros worth of art was just gone. 15 million, can you even imagine? It wasn't even a break-in, which makes it even worse, right? The housekeeper, she just vanished with the alarm code, probably fled to Romania with her share, honestly. I bet she's sipping cocktails somewhere while that poor man is trying to figure out how to rebuild his life. He probably feels so betrayed, and who knows if he'll ever see any of it again. It's just awful. You think people wouldn't do that, but they do. And then there's this other thing. Businesses near Sofitel Paris Baltimore tour Eiffel, sometimes they're just fake. There was this guy renting out apartments and storefronts he didn't actually own *. He'd rent them for a day or two, enough to show people, then take their deposits, about 1,800 euros each, and disappear. 64 people. That's 64 ruined vacations, 64 people feeling stupid and heartbroken. I mean, how could anyone fall for that? But like, he presented well, apparently. People trust nice-looking people, I guess. He sent the money to his ex-partner in Romania. She's probably living it up, the victims. They're probably still trying to recover financially and emotionally, feeling so foolish. They'll likely never trust rental listings again. It's just sad, you know. You go to Paris, near the Sofitel, for a nice time and someone steals your money. It makes you think, doesn't it? Even near a fancy hotel like the Sofitel Paris Baltimore Tour Eiffel, you have to be so careful. It's just, everything is awful.
Businesses near Sofitel Paris Baltimore Tour Eiffel. A warning to travelers the area around Sofitel Paris Baltimore Tour Eiffel is disappointing. If you expect charm, authenticity, or even basic competence from nearby businesses, prepare to lower those expectations. The reviews paint a bleak picture: tourist traps, hygiene disasters, and service so bad it borders on parody. Let's break it down. # luxury spas. More like scams in disguise. Asterisk. High-end wellness near the hotel is a gamble. Take Spa Le Bristol by La Mer asterisk, where relaxation turns into frustration. Guests report massages cut short, with staff arguing over timers like petty thieves caught red-handed. One visitor's phone proved they were cheated out of 15 minutes, yet the spa doubled down, insisting the session was 59 minutes. The massage itself, described as unskilled, like being needed by someone who learned anatomy from a Wikipedia summary. For the price, you'd expect magic hands, not amateur hour. Dining, a symphony of regret asterisk restaurants here specialize in two things: food poisoning and false advertising. New Jawad Longchamp asterisk is a masterclass in culinary betrayal. Reviews read like a horror novel. Mice scurrying past tables. Curries so watery they could hydrate a camel. And staff aggressively demanding 5-star reviews before you've even digested. One diner, a Pakistani native, called the food an insult to his homeland, comparing it unfavorably to McDonald's. Another left with food poisoning, only to receive a ChatGPT-generated apology from the owner. The kicker: multiple reports of rats. Not the metaphorical kind, actual rodents. If hygiene were a sport, this place wouldn't qualify for the Olympics. Cafes, where tourists go to be robbed asterisk Caf Kleber, is less a cafe, more a financial mugging. 16 euros for 2 teas. That's not hospitality, that's daylight robbery with a side of rudeness. Waiters here treat customers like nuisances, snatching menus mid-order, refusing bathroom access unless you pay, and in multiple cases, openly discriminating against Muslim guests. One family was accused of being customers of the cafe next door and kicked out for no reason. The food, overpriced, frozen, and served with a side of contempt. If you want a crepe, find a street vendor. At least they won't charge you 6 euros. 50 euros for tap water. Shopping, chaos and scams, even luxury isn't safe. Galeries Lafayette Haussmann should be a retail paradise, but it's more like a gladiator arena. Crowds choke the aisles, Staff ignore customers, and tax refunds vanish into bureaucratic black holes. One shopper bought perfume only to open the box and find an asterisk cucumber inside. Another was screamed at for touching a display bag.